Welcome back into Greeley, Colorado. After 20 minutes of play, it's the Wranglers up by 2 by the score of 2-0 over the Colorado Grit. As we welcome you into our first intermission report presented by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. I'd like to apologize to everybody on our YouTube side of things. Had some technical difficulties to begin the game. Hopefully we've got those sorted out as I've been working through the first period and then into the first part of the intermission trying to get that righted and squared away. So hopefully we're all good on that front. And we'd like to welcome you into the game. Sorry for what you've missed. But it was a pretty good first period for the Wranglers, who haven't really scored a whole lot in the first this season, but they add 2 to their total. I think that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Wranglers here tonight. As Amarillo gets goals from Connor McNaughton and Ben Ivy to go up 2-0 over Colorado. As McNaughton's goal came on the man advantage. As for McNaughton, it's his 10th goal of the season from DeMarco and Troutwine. And, well, Troutwine moved D-to-D for DeMarco at the blue line. And from the right point, DeMarco took a shot towards the goal. McNaughton was stationed out in front of Pete Sterling, the great goaltender here tonight. Was able to get a deflection, just wasn't able to direct it into the back of the net. Instead, it glanced harshly off the end wall and ricocheted back onto the stick of Connor McNaughton. He's able to bat it into the back of the net, the game's opening score. And so you got to figure, I guess that might make things all right in the world after that unlucky bounce in Shreveport. Wranglers get a nice bounce. Luck of the Irish on their side on St. Patty's Day weekends. McNaughton gets the game's first goal with 10:48 to go in the first period. Then Colorado started to come back, get some shots on goal, but Connor McDonough made some fantastic saves. Wranglers were able to keep Colorado off the board, getting a penalty kill as well. Wranglers are 1 for 1 on the power play, 1 for 1 on the penalty kill as well. And then later, towards the end of the period, it was Ben Ivy redirecting a Jack Ivy shot from the line between the legs of Sterling and into the back of the net for the Wranglers' second score of the game. For Ben, it's his 11th goal of the season. He now has 1 goal and 1 assist in his last 3 games since returning from injuries. So Wranglers seem to be rolling here in the first period. I think that's a welcome sight for all of us in Wrangler world, as Ben Ivy's goal was scored with 47 seconds on the clock in the first period. As it was assisted by Jack Ivy and Jack McDonald. So Jack McDonald continues his hot streak against Colorado. He remains with a point in every single game he's played against the Grit this season. He now has 6 goals and 8 assists against Colorado in 7 games, and this one's not over. We still have 40 minutes to play, but it looks like the Wranglers are off on the right foot here. 2 goals in the first period. After scoring 1 goal in the first period in last Saturday's game against Shreveport, the Wranglers seem to be getting off on a much better foot to start games. As the last time the Wranglers scored 2 or more goals in the first period, you got to go all the way back to when they scored 3 against the Colorado Grit, the Budweiser bullpen, on January 12th. So looks like the Wranglers have really turned the page on that. They look to continue to improve upon that this weekend. But all in all, a good first period for the Wranglers. I thought they played really well on the forecheck. There were times where Colorado in transition had some good looks. Looks like the Grit really want to use space to their advantage, space and speed in the first period, but I thought that the Wranglers defense did a really nice job of shutting down opportunities for the Grit, hence why the Colorado is yet to score a goal in the game. There was a chance, well, there was a moment in time in the first period where the Wranglers led the shot count by, I believe it was 9-1. And then Colorado furiously got the next 6 shots of the game, made it 9-7, but the Wranglers were able to fend them off and keep them off the board, and then later tack on the Ben Ivy goal late in the first period to go up by the score of 2-0, and that's where we sit after 20 minutes of play. So for the Wranglers, things looking good. They look to improve upon it here in the second period, as healthy first period means, well, we could be in store for another second period surge, as, you know what? It's nice now to say that Wranglers played a good first period, got some goals on the board to look to add to their lead in the second period. As McNaughton gets the game's first goal, Ben Ivy its second. Wranglers lead 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. When we come back on the first intermission report, we will get to the out-of-town scoreboard and check on the other teams in the South Division. And as we are getting closer and closer to the end of the regular season and the Robertson Cup playoffs. What do the Wranglers have to do to clinch a playoff berth this weekend? We'll talk about it when we come back on the first intermission report presented by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
This is Topi Puikkonen and you are listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube. This is Topi Puikkonen and you are listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube.
Wranglers lead 2-0 as it's Chiarenza here in Greeley, Colorado after 20 minutes of play. Wranglers with a healthy first period, not just in terms of scoring, but also defensively. And a couple good saves from McDonough in net. Have the recipe for success for the Wranglers underway. They look to continue that in the second period and beyond as they look to snap their 5-game losing streak and get back to their winning ways. And speaking of winning ways, the Wranglers sweep the Colorado Grid this weekend, win 3 out of 3. They will clinch a berth and the Robertson Cup playoffs for the second consecutive year and the second time in franchise history. Although if the Jackalopes are to fall to the Corpus Christi ice race tonight, that would certainly help the Wranglers and make things a little bit easier. They wouldn't necessarily need to sweep. So let's check in on Odessa right now and see what's going on over at Ector County Coliseum as the Wranglers look to get some help from the Ice Rays, who are already eliminated from playoff contention. And it looks like over at Ector County Coliseum, well, we got a tight game over there. After one period of play, is the Jackalopes 3 and the Ice Rays 2. So that's one to keep an eye on as the night goes on. Pearson Sobush has 2 goals for Corpus Christi. Odessa getting goals from Thomas Wright, James Richmond, and Nick Metelkin as they lead that game by 1 after 20 minutes of play. So if Odessa loses tonight, their ceiling in points for the season will be 63. Then the Wranglers would just need to win either 2 out of the 3 here in Greeley, or win 1 in regulation, and then lose 1 in overtime. Although you never want to lose, you want to win. And so 2 Wranglers wins would do the job. Ice Rays play the Jackalopes tonight and tomorrow. Odessa defeated New Mexico last night at Ector County Coliseum. Over at the pond in Shreveport, where we were last week, seems like we went from the swamps and now to the Rockies. Seems like we've been up, around, and all over. It's the Mudbugs and the Warriors. Shreveport leads that game with a score of 2-1 at the top of the third period. Hayden Nickel and Carter McKay of the Shreveport goals, Max Dronin the lone Warrior goal. And over at NITEC Sports Center, it's the El Paso Rhinos taking on the Lone Star Brahmas. Rhinos currently occupying the third seed in the South Division. They've already punched their ticket to the playoffs, as have the Brahmas, who lead the division. El Paso leads that game 1-0. It looks like after 2 periods of play. And it's kind of strange to see these games late into motion, as we are in the Mountain Time Zone. And so, started about an hour later than some of these games, as the Jackalopes and the Ice Rays are heading into the third period. And so it looks like by the end of it looks like when we check back in on the second intermission report, we should have some finals around the South Division, have some clarity as to what's at stake here for the Wranglers tonight. But for now, weekend sweep will do the job and get the Wranglers into the Robertson Cup playoffs. As we're just set for second period action, Wranglers back out there, as are the Grit. Wranglers will skate from left to right, Grit from right to left, as you see it on NATV. We'll paint a picture for you here on YouTube. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties that occurred in the first period. Happy to have you here right now, here in Greeley, Colorado, as the Wranglers are wearing their white jerseys with blue numbers, blue lettering, professional red trim. Grit are wearing a black jersey with gold letters, gold numbers. Looks like some gold on the arms and a little bit of red mixed in there. Kind of similar to what the Vegas Golden Knights used to wear in their first year in the league, except this is a black jersey instead of what the Knights wore, which was gray. And as it looks like Ben Ivy, who has the game's most recent goal, will take the draw against Landon West to open the second period of play.
Period 2 is underway.
As the Grit win the opening draw of period 2, puck will shimmy deep into the Colorado zone. As the Grit will pop it out the center, racing after it is Grolnick. Gagnon gets a stick on it first, although Grolnick on the forecheck is making life difficult for the Wranglers defense. Puck ping-pongs around and onto the stick of Ben Ivy at center ice. He'll bank it off the near wall and into the Grit zone. Ben across, looking to connect with McDonald, but a defensive stick by Burke is able to break up that Wrangler opportunity in the first 30 seconds of period 2. Colorado will possess in their own end. They'll rainbow it back out to center ice. Bouncing puck is hacked out by Gagnon. Wranglers possess as McDonald gains the red line, and now Grit blue. And takes a high hit there from Burke, and that immediately draws a penalty. But good news for the Wranglers, McDonald quickly back up to his feet. And it's just one of those plays where McDonald had his head down and was trying to dangle his way into this high slot. And Burke just came flying out of nowhere and caught McDonald up high. That's going to send Burke to the penalty box. Wranglers will get their second power play chance of the game. They're already 1 for 1 as McNaughton's goal was scored on the man advantage. So Burke goes for 2 minutes. Wranglers power play has been excellent against Colorado this season, as the Wranglers against the Grit on the man advantage are now 13 for 32. It's a little over 55% in the 7 games, I guess 6 and change, that we played against Colorado this season. 2 minutes for roughing to Burke. Wranglers on the power play as they win the draw. Troutwine to the right circle for Puukkonen. McNaughton will help the puck around towards the far wall. Morris will gather it. Looks to slide it down low to McNaughton, but it goes off a stick and out of play, giving us a whistle just 11 seconds into the Wrangler power play. 1 minute and 4 seconds into period 2.
It's our time for a penalty kill. Let's go, Ice House!
Draw is won by the Wranglers. They'll move it into the zone and up to the left point for Troutwine. at the half wall. Morris across to Marco. Deflection out in front. Pukanen on the rebound, and he just couldn't get any meat on the puck. Although it ricochets back to him, he'll drive towards the goal. In the slot, drops off for DeMarco. DeMarco dancing around the pressure, and Grit are able to apply some heat and knock it off his stick. And they will get a clear with 1:13 remaining on the Wrangler power play. Pukanen goes cross ice for Troutwine. He enters the Colorado zone. Behind the net, pivots away from the oncoming pressure of Junker. Into the far corner, Morris and company will move it along towards the near side for Pukanen. On his backhand, curls to his forehand, finds McNaughton on the near half wall. Up to the line, it's Gagnon. Back to Pukanen. On the right wing, moves it down low for McNaughton. Back up to the line for Gagnon. Now at the left side, it's Jack Ivey. To Morris. He'll turn and shoot, and a save made by Sterling. 35 seconds remain on the Wrangler power play. 17:42 to go in the second.
Folks, don't forget to buy your Chugga Pucks, your chance to win some great prizes during our next intermission. Chugga Pucks available on the second floor of the Ice House.
Draw to the right of Sterling. It'll be Zapp to take the draw against Landon West. Zapp wins it. Wranglers to the right point for Gagnon. Quickly across for a shot. And that one goes in and out the other side to Zapp. And out to the line for Gagnon. Couple quick passes. Can't go the Wranglers' way. Puck had a little too much heat on it, and Colorado gets a clear. Maybe one last gasp for the Wranglers on this second power play chance. Jack Ivey has it at center. Gallops into the Colorado zone. Flings it on goal, and Sterling makes the glove save with 4 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Wranglers. 17:12 to go in the second. Draw on the near circle of the Colorado zone. It will be Mann to take it against Jacob Miller. And off the draw, Day scampers towards the goal, and it's shut down by Sterling, and the Grit will escape any more danger as Mann charges down the left wing, takes a shot. McDonough eats it up and chews it whole with 17:01 to go in the second period. Draw will be to McDonough's right on the near circle of the Grit zone. It'll be Sheldon Rue to take it against Jacob Miller. For Rue, he has 2 points on the season, both assists in his very young North American Hockey League career. He wins the draw to Thompson. Rue has it beneath the left circle, and he skies it over the net on a shot. And it's fumbled at the blue line by Gudridge. And on the re-entry, Colorado is offside. And afterwards, Gudridge gets into it with Day. And they're locked up right now in front of the Colorado bench. Linesman trying to separate them. Gloves are still on, although now Day loses his bucket. Door to both penalty boxes is open. And in goes Gudridge. And for now, Day to the bench. And now there he goes into the penalty box. And so looks like some 4-on-4 action here with 16:49 to go in the second period. First 5 shots of the second period belong to the Wranglers. Lead that count 17-8. Some open space. Might generate a few more. Maybe the game's next goal. As it's roughing for Gudridge and Day. Next draw will be in front of the Colorado bench for 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. So the Wranglers win the ensuing draw. Troutwine has it in his own end. Just to plug it along the left wing. His pass goes astray, but he collects the puck. Troutwine still doing it all. Moves it behind the goal line. Morris is there. He's checked off the puck, and that'll be picked up by Mann of Colorado. Mann with speed through the neutral zone, dangles to the right side, enters the Wranglers zone, gets shut down nicely by Troutwine. Colorado is forced to reassess their options. German enters on the right wing, on his backhand, tries to pivot in the corner, but Troutwine made it difficult for him to do so, and so now he's pinned up against the end wall. Puck is jarred free, up to the left point for Burke. Rifles a shot, goes off a leg, and towards the near side wall. Morris will collect the puck as Colorado gets a partial change. 1:05 to go on the 4-on-4. Gagnon with it behind the net. Leaves it for Semeniuk, who swings out along the right wing. It's tripped up out of his own blue line. Wranglers keep the puck as Puukkonen enters, looks to find Zap, but it's intercepted by Grolnick. He'll turn up ice. Noah Grolnick galloping along the left side, takes a shot, and it's well wide of the net and out of play. With 44 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4, 15:33 to go in the second period. So the draw will be on the near circle of the Wranglers zone. Zap will take it. Back after missing 2 games against the Shreveport Mudbugs. Good to see Roman back in the lineup. He's one of the Wranglers' leading point scorers with 42 points on the season as Thompson walks the line towards his right side. Will exchange. There's a shot by Hadrick. Is fought away by McDonough. Keeping it in the zone is Thompson. Wranglers trying to jar it from his grasp. And they do. He's in open space. It'll be collected by Zap. He'll peel away from the pressure of West and turn up ice. His intended receiver on the pass was Puukkonen. Pass went astray, although arm is raised. I'm going to get another penalty. It's like high sticking to Thompson. And that's what caused Puukkonen to not be able to gather that pass from Zap. And so now, with 15 seconds on the 4-on-4, we are going to get the Wranglers 4-on-3 power play for 15 seconds, and then afterwards 5-on-4 power play for the Wranglers for 1 minute and 45 seconds. Interestingly enough, the Wranglers did score a 4-on-3 power play goal in Shreveport on Saturday. See if they can do another one here in 15 seconds. He's drawn the far circle, is won by the Wranglers. Gagnon for Ben Ivy, and the pass just flubbed off his stick. He goes back, gets the puck on the far wing to Jack Ivy, looking to go across for McDonald. Pass evaded him. 4-on-4 expires. Wranglers on a 5-on-4 power play. Ben Ivy beneath for Jack Ivy, and he's stymied by Sterling. Jack gets the puck back. Is on the far wall. Dances around a defender, finds McDonald at the end boards. Move it towards the near half wall for Zap. To Gagnon at the line. DeMarco, fresh off the bench, will wind it in deep. Zap in the near corner. Centering feet, DeMarco, a blast! And that one is blocked out in front by Burke. McDonald keeps the puck in the Wranglers' possession. Twisting and turning in the far corner. Off the end boards for Ben Ivy. To the near side, it's Zap. Back to Ben in the corner. Off the wall and up to Gagnon at the right point. Good puck movement. And there's a shot there. It's blocked by Colorado. Wranglers keep the puck off the rebound. As McDonald has it behind the net. Centering feet. Ben Ivy is there, and he scores! Ben Ivy double dips, and the Wranglers get another power play tally. It's 3-0 Amarillo. Ben Ivy now is his 12th goal of the season, as he is now red hot as the Wranglers get their second power play goal of the game. As the power play continues to haunt the Colorado Grit. Wranglers now have a very healthy 3-0 lead with 13:56 to go in the second period. The Grit will knock it into the Wranglers zone. Behind McDonough it goes. Semeniuk is able to free it from Colorado, but the Grit will steal it back. He's on the right circle. Carter is there. Gets mobbed by Godowski. Wranglers look to pick the puck away from his grasp. Gets pinned up in front of the Colorado bench. Semenyuk escapes with the puck as he will twist it back out to center ice. Junker ahead off the stick of Phillips and into the possession of Latvian defenseman Martins Kruklidis. Represented Latvia at the World Juniors. As Wranglers on the entry, Godowski backhand shot, fought aside by Sterling and towards the near corner. Up the wall it goes. Morris turns and shoots, and he goes over the goal. On the left wing, Puukkonen looked to find a man in the far corner. Nobody was there as stretch pass. Almost connected with man, but McDonough came out to shimmy the puck away from him. Phillips enters the Colorado zone, drops off for Puukkonen. Morris shoots and scores! Wranglers get another. It's 4-0 Amarillo with 12:45 to go in the second period. Luke Morris goes top shelf, and the Wranglers add another to their total. 4-0's your score. And that comes just about a minute after the Ben Ivy goal. It's assisted by Morley Phillips, and Connor McDonough's gonna get an assist. No, I don't know if that's right. I think they might correct that. Looked like Puukkonen was there. We'll see as the Grit try and drive towards the goal. McDonough did play the puck away from man in front of the goal, although I know Puukkonen was the last one to touch it before he got it to Morris. And we'll see. I don't get any replays. I'll have to watch the tape back later. But for now, they do have Connor McDonough as the secondary assist, so we'll see if that stands. As Puukkonen collects the puck and enters the Colorado zone. Will burrow his way in deep, turns towards his forehand. Pulls up and looks to find Gagnon, who couldn't get to the puck in time as the puck goes back out the center. On the near side, Gudridge jousts with Elias Abrant. Abrant gets a steal, delayed for a shot there by Jacob Miller in close quarters. Couldn't get the job done. Wranglers wind it around towards the far side. McRoberts, the defenseman, pinching down. Wranglers looking to add another offensively with 11:28 to go in the second. From the near corner, Shaw off the boards and out to the neutral zone. Gagnon bodies away Junker. Make that Jacober as the puck enters Wranglers territory. Battle for it on the near half wall. Puck pops up into the air beneath the near circle. Will be collected by Jacob Miller, and he'll sprint up ice. Miller to the middle. Now left wing, across. Abrant delays, and a shot there by Miller. Couldn't be tapped home. I don't know if Miller ever got a piece of that puck as he was looking for the tap in on the feed from Abrant. Now here's Abrant again in the far corner. Loses it to Carter. And he will just backhand the puck back out to the neutral zone where the Wranglers will gather it once more. McRoberts stretch pass looking for Ben Ivy. Was a little bit behind him, couldn't connect, but the Wranglers on the forecheck get possession back. Is in the near corner, Ben Ivy. Looks to play it up to the line, but DeMarco couldn't get there fast enough. But he will pick it up in his own zone. The Wranglers regroup and reload. Another stretch pass goes astray. That'll be an icing on the Wranglers with 10:16 to go in the second period. Look at the shot count here in the second period. Colorado just one shot on the board in period 2. Wranglers have taken 9, and they've gotten 2 goals out of it. Drawn to the right of McDonough. Carter to take it against Jack Ivy. While Jack normally plays wing, we do see him take some face-offs from time to time, and he's pretty good at it too. Gives Ben Ivy a rest in the face-off circle, although Colorado does win this draw. So from the line, Cook takes a shot, it's blocked. Ben Ivy will pick it up, looks to find McDonald up ahead as Ben gets checked behind the play. He loses his stick and a glove. Freifogel took that hit on him. And now Ben slow to get up behind the play, and they're going to blow the whistle with 10 minutes to go in the second period. And Grit fans are unhappy because they have possession at the time, but I think that's a good whistle there as the play was moving towards Ben Ivy. With him down, you don't want anything to happen around him. And so he's on all fours right now. Medical staff will take a look at him. Hopefully he's going to be okay. As let's step aside on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube. Be back in just a moment.
Cooks, and the Oscar goes to Amarillo.
Welcome back to Greeley, Colorado. Braden Freifogel has been assessed a double minor for his hit to Ben Ivy. As the Wranglers captain was hit well behind the play. Good news is he was able to make it back to the Wranglers bench under his own power. And he currently remains on the Wranglers bench, getting a sip of water. We'll look and see if he returns to the game at any point. Freifogel, double minor for high sticking on that last sequence. Wranglers' second power play unit look to add to their 4-0 lead with 10 minutes to go in the second period. Wranglers' power play is 2 for 3 so far tonight. As DeMarco has it off the draw, and quick whistle puts an end to that high sticking call. Just 3 seconds into the Wrangler power play, and they're going to get Topi Pukkanen. And so now we're 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. And so the power play chance is short-lived. That won't help the Wranglers' numbers, although they've had pretty good numbers so far tonight. Really can't complain there, and so 4-on-4, some open ice in the bottom half of the second period. Draw to the right of McDonough. West to take it against Morris. And Morris wins it. He's been excellent in the face-off circle tonight. He gets the job done there as DeMarco finds Morris in motion over the red line. Now Colorado blue. They'll drop it off. McNaughton a shot, and it's blocked by West. He'll pick up the puck after blocking the shot. Get it to Burke. Pocket almost picked by McNaughton on the forecheck, but Burke keeps it in his possession. As he'll roll out to the right wing. Skate through center red and into Wrangler blue. Across, passes intercepted by Troutwine. Wranglers go the other way. Troutwine delays, finds a trailer, across, and the pass from Morris from McNaughton goes off the stick of Burke and out of play. Well, good look there from the Wranglers after Troutwine was able to intercept the pass at his own blue line and turn up ice. .123 remaining on the 4-on-4. 9:20 to go in the second period. Wranglers lead 4-0 as Ben Ivy has 2. Morris and McNaughton have the others. Amarillo knocking on the door, looking to add to their 4-0 lead. We'll be back in just a moment on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
We still need noise and energy, so we're gonna bribe you with some hats. Come on, folks! It's time for us to score a goal and to rob Amarillo of a shutout. That's not happening tonight, folks. Let's keep it up, folks. Where's the noise?
Welcome back to the Rocky Mountains, Greeley, Colorado. Wranglers lead 4-0, 9:20 to go in the second period. 4-on-4 for the next minute 23, and then the Wranglers will go back to the power play as Freifogel serving a double minor sentence. Pukkanen just 2. Wranglers lead the shot count 21-9, and what has been a dominant offensive performance by Amarillo as they win the offensive zone faceoff. Semeniuk off the boards and down below the goal line for McDonald. Grit sniffing out and pick up the puck as Merrick Thompson will find Noah Grolnick, and the Grit look to roll out of their own end. As Poirier spinning around in his own territory, finds Thompson, stretch pass on the money to Gudridge. Shot pad saved by McDonough on the one-on-one. Keeps the Grit off the board. As Gudridge has it at the right point again. Thompson beneath the circle for Grolnick. Puck trickles back out to the right point. As Poirier across, goes off a stick. Grit keeping possession, cycle around the net as Gudridge loses the puck. Grit get it back, and McDonough is able to stick that shot away. In the far corner, Semeniuk looks to move out, pulls up, spins away from the forecheck of Grolnick. Puck gets caught up in the skates of the referee Giancarlo. Grit are able to get a change. The Wranglers wait behind McDonough as there's just 10 seconds to go on the 4-on-4, and then the Wranglers will have the power play. McDonald sweeps out to the neutral zone. Finds Ben Ivy back out on the ice. He's got 2 tonight, looking for the hat trick. Wranglers have not had a skater score a hat trick this season. Maybe Ben can do it tonight as he storms into the attacking zone. Drops it off for DeMarco on the far wing. Finds Gagnon, center point across for Zappa, one-timer, and somehow the save is made. And it looks like during that last timeout, the Grit have made a goaltending change. It is now Jack Erickson in goal for Colorado as Sterling's night is done. 7:46 to go in the second period. Drawn the near circle. Of the Colorado zone. Off the draw, bouncing puck. Colorado is able to move it out to the left wing. Centering feed. Carter is there. Puck bounces over the goal. McDonough makes the initial save, and he's able to poke it towards the far corner. McDonough's had to be on high alert here tonight, and he's been sharp as Jack Ivy enters left wing. Make that McDonald looks to settle down a bouncing puck, and he does. Finds Gagnon, right point, slapper, and a blocker save by Erickson directs the puck towards the far wall. And goes on the man advantage for the next minute and 8 seconds. As Jack Ivy at the top of the left circle goes across. Zap fans on the one-timer. Hadrick swoops in to try and steal the puck away. He'll jar it up to the right point. Gagnon will hold it. Dangles to the left side. One-timer DeMarco, and a save made by Erickson on his chance. 6:52 to go in the second period. 52 seconds remaining on the Wrangler power play, and then Freifogel will come out of the box. Draw on the far circle of the Colorado zone. Luke Morris with Pukkanen to his left, McNaughton to his right. Troutwine and DeMarco as 2 blue liners. Wins the draw as Troutwine screeches a shot over the head of Erickson. The right point, Troutwine. D to D for DeMarco. We'll move it to the right circle for Pukkanen. Back up top, Troutwine to DeMarco. One-timer. Pad save by Erickson. Morris will gather it at the half wall. Find Troutwine at the right point. Keeps the puck in the zone. Finds Pukkanen at the half wall. He'll feed it back to Troutwine. They'll trade places. Troutwine moves his way down the wall. Colorado tries to get it out. Troutwine keeps it. Across for DeMarco, a shot. And that is directed out of play with 6:14 to go in the second period. 14 seconds remain on the Wrangler power play. In a game where the Wranglers lead 4-0. We're having some fun on a Friday night here at Greeley Ice House. Luke Morris will take the ensuing draw on the far circle of the grid zone against George Poirier. Morris wins the draw. DeMarco settles it down at the left point. Move it across for Troutwine. His one-timer goes wide of the goal. Didn't get enough on it. Wranglers keep possession as Troutwine gets it back. To the right side for Puukkonen. Power play expires. McNaughton down low, tries to stuff it behind Eriksson. Unable to do so. The great netminder stands tall. Now Morris exchanges with McNaughton in the far corner. They get it up top for DeMarco. Morris, no looker towards the middle, goes astray. No Wranglers was there. And now Grolnick will spur up ice to the middle. Backhand try by Poirier. McDonough makes the save. The far corner, Poirier still with possession. Now he loses it as DeMarco is able to swindle the puck away. McNaughton finds Miller in motion at center ice. Jacob Miller along the left wing, cuts towards the goal. Poke check by Eriksson. And Puukkonen was also there. But the puck somehow stays out of the back of the net. Miller gets it back towards the slot. Takes a shot, ping-ponging around. And the puck stays out. It goes towards the near corner. Puukkonen with it to Miller on the far side. Kuklidis joins the party. As the defenseman pinching, gets it to Miller in the far corner. Exchanges with Puukkonen. Centering feed is blocked by Thompson. The puck gets caught up in his skates. Miller joins the party, tries to backhand it towards the middle for Day, but the Grit get a stick on it. And they'll escape any more danger as Grolnick gains center red, and he'll just blast it into the Wranglers zone and get a much needed change. Kuklidis off the far near boards, out of his own zone, but Gurman on the re-entry appears to be offside with 4:39 to go in the second period. As they're playing the song Saturday night here in Greeley, Colorado. I think someone needs to get a new calendar. It's Friday. It's Friday night. As we'll be back here tomorrow night for a game, or I guess tomorrow afternoon, here at Greeley Ice House, Wranglers and the Grit. And then again on Sunday afternoon to wrap up the 6-game road trip as the puck is played out of play by TJ Ritchie with 4:34 to go in the second period.
Folks, get your chugga pucks. They're taking place at the second intermission. Last call for chugga puck.
Draw to the left of McDonough on the far circle of the Wranglers zone. It'll be taken by Miller and won by Colorado. Right point shot by Gurman. Goes up and over the Wrangler netminder. And in towards the near corner, which is unfortunately my blind spot. I think TJ Ritchie is there. A couple other players as well. Puck battle in that corner. Puck squeaks free up along the near side boards. And Day is able to find Miller in motion. Puck goes back into the Colorado zone where he'll be fielded by Gurman. Colorado returns the favor by dumping it into Wrangler territory below the goal line. Jacober looks to center the puck. Wranglers sniff it away as TJ Ritchie finds McRoberts moving up ice. He'll enter the Colorado zone, jip it towards the near corner and head towards the bench. Ben Ivey off the bench, turns and shoots, and Eriksson makes a pad stop to deny the Wranglers captain his third goal of the game with 3:42 to go in the second period. So tomorrow's game will be 4:45 Central Time. We're in the Mountain Time Zone. 3:45 if you're here in Greeley. And then on Sunday, it'll be 2:15 your start time Central. As the Colorado Grit bursts back out towards the neutral zone, now into Wrangler territory. It's Mann towards the slot, in and out of the glove of McDonough. Great key possession, couple quick passes back to Mann. Towards the slot, looks to feed Miller, and the pass was behind him. Couldn't connect on the one-timer. Wranglers are able to work the puck back out to center ice with 3:12 to go in the second period. Jacober chopping it back into the Wranglers zone, harshly off the end ball. McDonough will paddle it out to the neutral zone and all the way down to Eriksson, who keeps time moving with 2:51 and counting to go in the period. Cook, pass across, connects with Grolnick. Will pull up at the right circle, find a trailer looking for Poirier. Pass was behind him, and his pass for Cook is back out into the neutral zone. Morris is able to steal it away. Phillips rumbles over the Colorado blue line, and now it's bottled up along the boards. Now whistle blows with 2:26 to go in the second. As afterwards, looks like Cook wants a piece of Phillips. He's not going to get it as he gets swaddled up by the linesman and directed away. Looks like for a moment they were going to put that ensuing draw right at center ice. Instead, they will put it on the Colorado blue line on the near side. Phillips stays out there with Morris and Godowski. Demon, Semenuk, and Kuklidis. As the draw is won, Wranglers shut down on the entry. And so from center red, they will just blast it into the Colorado zone. Erickson will field it for Thompson. His pass for Grolnick hits as Carter now has it along the left wing. At center ice, Poirier enters, drops it off for Carter. His shot is wide of the goal and towards the near boards. It'll be picked up by Thompson. Below the goal line, Semenuk looks to jar it free, and he does. It trickles towards McDonough. He cuts a paw on it with 1:49 to go in the second period. Both teams getting a line change here after that last sequence. For the Wranglers, on comes the second line, Pukkanen and Zapp, although it looks like McNaughton now on this line for the Wranglers, as he was for some time this season. Looks like Morris has shifted back down towards the third line in the center position. As the draw is won by Colorado. West, centering feed is into the stick of Troutwine. His pass on the tape for Pukkanen on the far wall. Wranglers will roll out back to the neutral zone. DeMarco takes a check from Miller after he plays it into the Colorado zone. Neutralized, Miller will backhand it diagonally into the far corner. Troutwine is there to deny that opportunity for Colorado as he had man locked up. Pukkanen works his way along the right wing, looks to center it for McNaughton. Zapp was there as a trailer, but neither could settle down the bouncing puck, and now Miller finds man on the left wing, looks to return it to Miller out in front, and McDonough makes the save. And it looks like for a moment he didn't know that he had it, but he did, and he makes his 14th stop of the night. With exactly 1 minute and 1 second to go in the second period, the Wranglers lead 4-0. What has been a very healthy and a very welcome offensive outburst for the Wranglers. We'll talk about all the events of the first two periods and preview period number 3 on the second intermission report. As the draw is won by Colorado, shot is stopped by McDonough. Another quick whistle sends us into the final minute of the second period. We're also checking on our out-of-town scoreboard where a couple of games have gone final. Depending on the outcome, the Wranglers' path to the Robertson Cup playoffs may have gotten a little bit easier. As off the draw, Colorado takes a shot from the line. McDonough the save. Velchek behind the net. Plays it to the right circle for a shot, and McDonough denies that chance. Wranglers are able to clear. And pass is intercepted by Miller at center ice. Down Broadway, he shoots and it goes off of iron. Somehow Jacob Miller's shot did not find the back of the net. Oh man, it's a game of inches. Unfortunately for Miller, it just didn't go his way. Colorado back into the Wranglers zone off a skate. 10 seconds to go in the second. As Kuklidis today at center ice. He'll enter, drifts towards the right side. Defending him is Hadrick, and we get a whistle with just 0.3 of a second to go in the second. So that's one of those times where it's just the puck hits the ice and the period's over. So by all accounts, the Wranglers head into the second intermission with a 4-0 lead here in Greeley. And so Miller will take the draw against Rue. Like I said, if that puck hits the ice, the period's over. Wranglers lead it 4-0 after 40 minutes of play. We'll recap all the events of the first two periods and look ahead to period number 3 as the Wranglers look to close this one out and get 2 points in their back pocket. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, the second intermission report presented by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
Autographs will be signed by your Colorado.
Welcome back to Greeley, Colorado, inside Greeley Ice House, where the Wranglers, after 2 periods of play, have a commanding 4-0 lead over the newest team in the North American Hockey League, as the Wranglers look to pick up a critical 2 points in the South Division playoff race. As while the Grip are the newest team in the league, that's about to change pretty soon, as entering play next season will be the Watertown Shamrocks over in South Dakota. They will join the North American Hockey League, begin play next year. Colorado, this is their first season, not going quite the way that they expected. Although I'm sure they're going to have a bounce back here next season, as they are one of the youngest teams in the North American Hockey League. As the Wranglers put 4 on the board, as it's 2 in the first period, 2 in the second period. Connor McNaughton opens the scoring. He gets his 10th goal of the season from DeMarco and Troutwine 10:48 to go in the first period. It comes as a power play tally to get the Wranglers off and running. And then with just 47 seconds to go in the first period, Ben Ivy notches his 11th goal of the season, making it a 2-0 game. Jack Ivy and Jack McDonald get the assist. McDonald continues his reign of terror over the Colorado Grit. He now has a point in every single game that he's played against Colorado. As he picks up a pair of points here tonight, his first coming on Ben Ivy's first goal. As in the second period, Ben gets another. 6:03 into the second period, as Ben Ivy gets goal number 12 on the year from Jack McDonald and Kyle DeMarco. And then later on, looks like 1 minute and 11 seconds later, it's Luke Morris picking up the goal from Morley Phillips, and they're giving the secondary assist to Connor McDonough. If my memory serves correctly, that could be the case. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. This is one of those buildings where there's only one spotter, and I believe she's in the scorer's table, so it could be tough. I do know, I'm pretty sure Topi Pukinen was the last one to touch the puck before it came to Morris. I guess we'll have to run the tape back. I don't get any replays. But that's one of the ones where I'm not quite too sure on the assist, but hey, it would be nice if McDonough did get the assist, as he did poke check the puck away from man and sweep it towards the near side wall on the breakout for the Wranglers. So it is possible that he did get the secondary assist. We'll have to check back the tape and see. As of right now, unable to do so. If somebody who does have that power to go back and look and maybe comment on the YouTube comment section, or find a way to tweet it out or something, that would be much appreciated. Otherwise, I'm not too sure on the assist for that one, as that stat line has me skeptical. No offense to any of those players involved. But either way, it's the Wranglers taking a 4-0 lead into the second intermission, and this is really what we've been waiting to see from the Wranglers, as they're looking to snap a 5-game losing streak. They're well on pace to do that, and the toughest thing about the losing streak for the Wranglers is really for over half of that losing skid, the Wranglers really did not play bad. They really didn't. I mean, in Oklahoma, I thought the Wranglers put together a really solid game. Just couldn't find a way to score against a hot goaltender in Duras. You shift to Shreveport, kind of the same thing on that Friday night. 5-1 loss. Elias Gales Carpo really stood on his head for Shreveport, and then just an unlucky bounce on Saturday in the 4-2 loss maybe changes the Wranglers' fortunes in that game, as they were playing really well that night there in Shreveport. So here, it's kind of been a culmination of the Wranglers' good play over the last couple of games. Just couldn't get the victory. I think it's just been bottled up and now is just being let loose in a volcano explosion of offensive production for the Wranglers here in this game. And unfortunately for the Colorado Grit, they're on the receiving end of that, as this is the first time the Wranglers have scored 4 or more goals since they played the El Paso Rhinos on February 17th. And what was coincidentally the last Wranglers win when they beat the Rhinos 4-1 on that specialty jersey night, on I believe that was First Responders night. Hey, speaking of upcoming promotions at the Budweiser Bullpen, as much as I like life on the road and checking out cool venues like Greeley Ice House, they say there's no place like home. And I mentioned to get back to the Budweiser Bullpen. We'll be there next weekend, Friday and Saturday, March 22nd, March 23rd. You can get your tickets at panhandletickets.com. And oh my goodness, do we have some good stuff in store for you. Friday night, Comic-Con night. It's going to be a good one. We're going to have cosplayers on the concourse, local vendors. Our friends from YC3 Yellow City Comic Convention are going to be there. It's going to be a ton of fun. Come dress as your favorite superhero, as we're going to be having Comic-Con night next Friday. And then on Saturday, well, it gets even better, as Saturday, the Wranglers are going to be wearing their specialty jerseys. It is going to be a part of the Wranglers' alternate identity, as it is going to be taking place on Hockey and Hot Rods night, presented by Contagion Athletics and our friends over at Street Toyota. There's going to be some really nice looking cars on the concourse. I'm fired up for it. And those specialty jerseys, oh man. We're going to drop a teaser tomorrow, guys. These things are beauties, and there really is no way to describe them. I think that's one of the ones where pictures do it justice. Make sure you are following us on our social media channels. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok. Yeah, go check out our TikTok. We got a couple Swifties on the team. Follow our TikTok, check that out. We're also on Twitter as well. Go give us a follow and stay up to date with your Amarillo Wranglers. As the Wranglers lead the Grit 4-0. After 2 periods of play, this is the second intermission report presented by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. We'll be back on the other side of the break to check in on our out-of-town scoreboard here in Greeley. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube. Welcome back to colorful Colorado. Greeley Ice House. Wranglers lead 4-0 in an offensive explosion. 2 goals in the first, 2 goals in the second. Wranglers are sitting pretty, looking to pick up points 61 and 62 on the season. Just have to find a way to close it out in the third period here in Greeley. Beautiful state Colorado is. If you've never had a chance to check it out, I highly recommend doing so. We had a couple parents make the trip over here to Greeley. As I see Mr. and Mrs. DeMarco here, Mr. Ivy is here as well. Always happy to see the parents in attendance. As it's a nice trip over here to Greeley. Wranglers took the path through the plains, and then from the east cut over to Greeley, headed over west, and took shop here for a 3-game set. And the Wranglers' final road trip of the regular season. Who knows what the playoffs have in store. As for the playoffs, let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard and see what's going on. As looks like we have a couple of games that are final here so far. As we are in the Mountain Time Zone, we start an hour later than our other teams in the South Division. And so we'll take a look. Georges Pond, Hirsch Coliseum, Shreveport Mudbugs defeat the Oklahoma Warriors 3-1. So the Mudbugs build upon their lead for second place in the South Division. They now have 78 points on the season with 7 games remaining. Warriors are stuck at 56. As the over at NITEC Sports Center, looks like late third period there. That game is still going. It's tied 1-1 between the Rhinos and the Brahmas. Cam Beja the goal for El Paso. Jacob McDonald the goal for Lone Star. As the Rhinos are to fall, Shreveport will get a little bit of a boost in the race for the second seed in the South. And the big one over at Ector County Coliseum, the Jackalopes and the Ice Rays. Oh my goodness, do you believe in miracles? The Ice Rays find a way to knock off the Jackalopes. A crushing blow to Odessa's playoffs hopes. One consolation prize for Odessa is that Oklahoma lost tonight, but that's a huge blow to the Odessa Jackalopes. As Pearson Sobush gets 2 goals, Stepan Kuznetsov and Zakar Polshakov get goals for Corpus Christi. As it looks like the Ice Rays scored 2 goals in the final 2 minutes to come back and win the game. Unbelievable. The Jackalopes are stunned, and for the Wranglers, that helps them as well because Odessa's ceiling, their maximum points for on the season is now 63. So that means 2 Wrangler wins will get the job done in San Amarillo to the Robertson Cup playoffs. And so coming into the weekend, Wranglers needed a sweep to mathematically punch their ticket. Now you just need 2 out of 3, although you know the Wranglers. Come on, we're looking for the sweep here this weekend. And so Wranglers really have impressed me so far in the first 2 periods. 4 goals on the board, not too shabby. And I have gotten a clip of the Morris goal. I can't confirm. Sadly, no goalie assist for Connor McDonough, but we'll give him the, I guess, the honorary 3rd assist on the goal as he sets up Morley Phillips, who gets the secondary assist. 1 day removed from his 20th birthday, he finds Topi Pukkanen, who connects with Luke Morris for the 4-0 score. So that is the official stat line from the Luke Morris goal that put the Wranglers up 4-0. And it looks like with the Jackalopes loss, the New Mexico Iso Wolves, who are idle this week, or I guess, well, they played yesterday, so they're not necessarily idle this weekend, but they're off for the remainder of the weekend. The Ice Wolves have punched their ticket to the Robertson Cup playoffs. So now 2 spots remain in the South Division. Lone Stars clinched, Shreveport, El Paso, and now New Mexico have as well. And the Wranglers have a chance to do so this weekend, as we mentioned, winning 2 out of 3 against Colorado. So it starts here tonight. Wranglers can get 2 points in their back pocket. And really all they got to do is find a way to close this game out. Knowing the Colorado Grit, it's been a struggle for scoring this season, as the Grit this year only average 2.3 goals for per game. And they average about 4 against. Not really ideal if you're trying to win games. It's been a rough season for Colorado, although I'm sure they will bounce back and have a better year next year. It's a very young group here for the Grit, as their average age on the team is around 18 years old. So they're young, they're learning, and I have to believe that in the second year of the Colorado Grit, will be poised for a breakout season. They've already been mathematically eliminated from playoff contention, as they have just 11 wins on the season. But there is one thing about this Grit team, is they are pretty pesky. If they can find a way to get their feet moving, get things moving their way, they can find a way to get upset wins, as they did against New Mexico not too long ago. So the Wranglers, with a 4-0 lead, yes, they're sitting pretty, but they're going to have to find a way to stay alert here in the 3rd period. It's fine to let up offensively a little bit, but you know, you don't, one bounce goes one way, and the next thing you know, Colorado's off and running. You don't want to have that happen. I think for the Wranglers, just got to keep the ship steady. I mean, they've been putting in some really good work on the forecheck. I've loved what that 3rd line of Godowski, Morris, and Phillips has been able to do. Looks like midway through the 2nd period, head coach Austin Sutter and assistant Connor Yanni moved Morris back to center position off of the 2nd line from his winger role. Him and McNaughton switched places, and so McNaughton is reunited with Pukkanen and Zapp. Morris with Godowski and Phillips, and I like that move. I think Morris has really found a nice connection with Godowski and Phillips. I really love the energy that line brings. I think that line is the Wranglers' best checking line on the forecheck. They've been phenomenal. Morris has a goal here tonight. Phillips has the assist. I've liked what I've seen from that line, and of course the 2nd line has been really the Wranglers' most consistent line all season long. Good to see Zapp back in the lineup after missing the last 2. All is right in Wrangler world as we get set for the 3rd period here in Greeley. As Colorado is 2-21-1 when trailing after 2. The Wranglers, when leading after 2, 10-1 on the season. Everything's are looking good for the Wranglers. Just have to find a way to cap it off with a strong 3rd period here in Colorado. We'll be back in just a couple minutes for the start of the 3rd period. Thank you for listening to the 2nd intermission report on the Wranglers Hockey Network on YouTube and NATV.
folks, let's welcome back to the ice for the third period, your Colorado Grit. For the third period of hockey here at the Grit House in downtown Greeley.
Welcome back to Greeley, Colorado, where the Wranglers have a 4-0 lead and look to close this thing out with a solid third period. As really, all the ingredients for a good game are there for the Wranglers. As the Wranglers have gotten scoring, great defensive play, and Connor McDonough, once again, just like usual, has been solid in goal as the Wranglers look to cruise this thing out and ride to their 27th victory of the season. Chiarenza from Greeley Ice House as we're underway for third period action between the Wranglers and the Grits. Wranglers will plug it into the attacking zone. Look to get to work offensively. They'll steer it around towards the near side wall. Colorado is there to meet it, and they'll get it back out to center ice. Miller flags down the puck, finds a man trailing in man. As he'll cycle around the net. Centering feed from Miller. McDonough makes the save point blank, and then somehow the puck goes in. A fan walked right in front of me. I didn't see that one, if I'm being honest. Fans were returning from the intermission break as that goal was scored just 33 seconds into the third. It looked to me like McDonough made the initial save, but like I said, a fan obstructed my view, and I honestly can't tell you. So that ends up in the back of the net. The shutout bid for Connor McDonough ends. It's 4-1. Wranglers' lead is now shortened to 3.
Colorado Grit goal scored by number 18, assisted by number 8 and number 25.
So it looks like it's scored by Mann, assisted by West and Miller. As the Wranglers look to get that one back. Puck in the slot, McNaughton has it. It's poked away from his grasp and out towards the blue line. Puck trickles on edge out to center ice where Kruklitis will blast it back into the zone. Grolnick through center ice, darts down the right wing, peels at the half wall, looks for a trailer. His pass was over his teammate's sticks and back out into the neutral zone. Junker regroups and reloads as he cuts towards the net, gets dragged down. That'll draw a penalty. And it's going to be high sticking on the Wranglers. 1-12. And make that 122 into the third period. And so, TJ Ritchie takes a seat, and it'll be Colorado to the power play.
All right, Ice House, let's get some noise brewing in this arena. Let's go, Grit! Let's go, Grit! Let's
On
go,
the far
Grit!
circle, won by Colorado. Behind the net, it's Miller. To the near half wall for Velchuk. Back to Miller in the corner. Back to Velchuk, and at the line, it's Thompson. To his left, he's got Gurman. Looks to go around Troutwine. And moves behind the net. Gagnon is there for the Wranglers, has the puck for a moment. Finds Troutwine, tries to knock it out of the zone, but he's unable to do so as it's held in by Velchuk. Puck on the far wall. Jack Ivey takes a chop at it, and he is able to get it back out to the neutral zone, forces Colorado to exit and re-enters. On the right wing, it's Velchek. Go cycle around the net, exchange with Gurman in the far corner. Troutwine is there defensively to body up the Colorado D-men. Now Colorado back with it at the left point as Thompson moves across for Velchek. Back to Thompson, to Velchek, right circle shot. Shoulder save by McDonough. And the momentum carries the puck all the way back down to Erickson. Burke with speed through the neutral zone. Gets directed towards his left. Wranglers pick his pocket, look to get a clear. DeMarco is there, sparring for the puck on the far half wall. Colorado digs it free as Poirier beneath the goal line will wire it back up to the left point for Gudridge. He feeds west. I'll drop it off. Burke on the left circle. Takes a shot. It's off the side of the net. Spurred back out to the left point for Poirier. Has trouble settling the puck down. He's able to shove it over to West as he will tap it down below the Wrangler goal line. Colorado digs the puck free. Looks to work it up to the line, and nobody was there. Pass to no one. Wranglers get a free clear and a free change as the power play for Colorado expires. Out of the box is Ritchie. Colorado re-enters from the slot. They take a shot. Kick save by McDonough. Rebound comes to Gudridge. He'll fire it over the goal. That was a floater. Momentum carries it to Trace Day on the far wing. And he will knock it into his own bench with 16:25 to go in the third. So after allowing a goal in the first 32 seconds of the third, Wranglers do kill the Grits' momentum after shutting them down. It's a successful penalty kill for the Wranglers, who lead it by the score of 4-1. Lucas Mann gets the goal for Colorado, and for Mann, it's actually his first goal in the North American Hockey League, as it comes in just his third game, assisted by Peyton Miller and Landon West. How that goal was scored, I'm not sure. As a fan, instead of waiting like usual, just decided to walk in front of me as the shot was taken. Semeniuk plays it out towards the red line. Passes on the money for Day. Dancing, tries to find a man in the middle in Abramp, but the pass was behind him. Play moves towards the near half wall. At the left point is Kruklidas. A shot towards the goal, deflection, and it goes wide. Momentum carries the puck back out to center, where Semeniuk will catapult it back into the Colorado zone. Wranglers get a partial change. As Troutwine picks it up in his own ends. Goes D-to-D for Gagnon. Stretch pass connects with Miller. He will spur Topi Pukkanen to the left wing. As the puck springs back. Jumping puck onto the stick of Jacober. In the slot, backhand try is blockered aside by McDonough and out of play with 15:29 to go in the third period. So the next draw will be to the right of Connor McDonough. Sheldon Rue will take it against Roman Zapp. Zapp has been excellent in the face-off circle for the Wranglers this year. Seems like he's trusted upon in big situations. He wins that draw there. Wranglers are able to chip the puck back out to center ice. Pass goes off the skate of Jacober and into the open arms of the Wranglers as McNaughton will shovel it into the Colorado zone. Be picked aside by Colorado on the far wing at the blue line. Wranglers knock it back into the zone, but on the laid off side, they just let Colorado touch it. Zapp has it at center ice after Colorado has a pass go astray. Wranglers very patient in their approach. They're up by 3 as it's 4-1. McNaughton will fling it towards the far corner. Racing after it was Godowski. McNaughton heads towards the bench, and now Morley Phillips completes the full line change for the Wranglers as the third line is out there. Oh, it looks like Zapp is still out there. He's in my blind spot. As so, puck goes behind McDonough. Turning and shooting. Shot is blocked away by McDonough. Low line drive. It's directed back out to the neutral zone. McRoberts drives down the left wing. Wranglers get to work offensively. As Phillips takes a check from Miller at the Colorado blue line. Grit will possess at center ice. They turn it over. Kruklitis tries to shove it forward. Connects with Morris. And now he will enter the Colorado zone. Morris to the left wing for Phillips. Holds and shoots! And a glove save by Erickson. Stops time with 13:43 to go in the third period. Draw to the right side of Erickson, near circle of the Colorado zone. Ben Ivy to take it against Christian Carter. Off the draw, Jack Ivy races after the puck behind Erickson. Colorado moves it out to the neutral zone. Christian Carter enters with speed on the left wing. Carter to the middle, and he was looking for Hadrick. Pass goes in and out the other side. Colorado regrouping in their own end. Jack Ivy vigorously working on the forecheck. McDonald out there forechecking as well. Wranglers being very disruptive as Colorado will emerge from beneath their own goal line. Grolnick across, passes intercepted by Ben Ivy on the left wing from his knees. Looks to center the puck. Colorado gets a stick in the way. Good read there from the Wranglers captain. He's on hat-trick watch, looking for his third goal of the game. As Grolnick dancing towards the goal. Puck is poked away by Connor McDonough. Wranglers are able to shovel it back out to center ice. Shot count 27-22 in favor of the Wranglers. They lead 4-1 with 12:40 to go in the third period. As Gudridge gets it stolen away by Ben Ivy. Sharp angle shot from the near corner is snared by Erickson. Glove save as Ben Ivy. Dangerous chance from the corner. Almost found its way in. Near circle draw. It'll be Jacob Miller dueling against Landon West at the dot. Miller wins it to Abrams, and they blow it dead right off the draw. Looks like we're going to do this one again. Troutwine and Gagnon, your two blue liners for the Wranglers on this next shift. As Miller lines up, all right. Miller lines in, takes the draw, wins it, this time towards the near side boards. But will roll around towards the far corner. Colorado looking to heave it out of the zone. Wranglers keep it in as Miller centering pass. Today turns, shoots, can't get it away. As Colorado clustered up on him as he's trying to take the shot. Gudridge with it on the near side. To Freifogel, puck is knocked into the Wranglers zone in the slot. McDonough tries to take a whack at it. Bouncing puck. He just got enough of it to hack it out of danger. 11:58 to go in the third period as Gagnon stretch pass off the stick of Miller and to Day on the near side. Day looks to return it to Miller as he was driving down the near side boards, but Colorado is quick to sniff it out and pick it away. Wranglers will regroup in their own zone. Burke fumbles the puck at his own blue line. Day steps in. He'll dash it below the goal line. TJ Ritchie pinching, looks to keep the puck in the zone. Peels away as Abrams gets it. Miller shoots, and it's blocked by Gurman. Colorado looks to re-enter the Wranglers zone, although you get a whistle. Ritter offside with 11:17 to go in the third.
At the end of the game by your Colorado Grits and the Colorado Spartans at the ice.
And so the second line out there for the Wranglers, McNaughton, Zapp, and Pukkanen. Two D-men, Kruklitis and McRoberts. As Rue will take the draw against Zapp. And Rue will win it. Junker from the red line. There's a cross looking for Hadrick on the far wall. Puck goes away from him, and the Wranglers turn up ice. Zapp in the slot, takes a shot. Rebound comes to McNaughton after the block. And in the blue plate, the puck is free. Pukkanen slams it home. But they're going to call this a no goal. Wranglers were in close quarter with Erickson. And it looks like they're going to wave this off. I have to imagine for goalie interference. Wranglers all clustered up in the corner ready to celebrate. Mr. Giancarlo talking to one of his linesmen behind the goal. The initial call, no goal. I wonder if we're going to maybe take this to video replay. That might be part of the discussion. Eriksson was sprawled out after making the initial save. Pukinen was there to stuff it into the back of the net, and they are going to call it no goal, but now Austin Sutter is going to get an explanation from Giancarlo. And Zappa's going to move over there and kind of eavesdrop just a bit. Now this is one of those buildings where video replay is functional and operational, so we'll see if Sutter will challenge. It looks like he won't. Colorado content with the puck staying out of their own net. Remains a 4-1 game with 11:06 to go in the third. Zap against Drew, this time on the near side of the Colorado blue line, and Zap wins the draw. Gruklidis, D-to-D for McRoberts. They'll fling it into the Colorado zone. Grit moving through center ice. Into the Wranglers zone, quickly get bottled up. As Amarillo has it at center ice. Pukinen feeds Zap on the right wing. Zap looks for a trailer. He's got one in McNaughton. To the left side, Gruklidis in, and he shoots! And a save made by Eriksson. He didn't know where the puck was. It hit him right in the logo, right in the center of his jersey. And he was looking over his shoulder like, what, do I have it? Yes, you do. And he gets the stop with 10:39 to go in the third period. Keeps it a 4-1 game. The draw will be to Eriksson's right on the near circle of the Colorado zone. Luke Morris to take it against Christian Carter. As off the draw, Troutwine a blast, and that goes by the goal. Gagnon looked to take a try, but he swung and missed on it. Puck stays in the Colorado zone. In front of the bench, Carter's able to peel it away for Colorado. And they look to charge up ice. Jacober fumbles the puck. Phillips is there looking to get the steal. Fell from Godowski. Puck is poked back into the Colorado zone. Gudridge drops it off for Thompson. Returns it to Gudridge. He meets the full force of Luke Morris at center ice, and the Wranglers will possess. Ten minutes to go in the third period. Wranglers lead 4-1 at Greeley Icehouse. Morris springs into the attacking zone. Looks to dart towards the middle. The Grit are there. They'll possess the puck behind Eriksson. As Merrick Thompson will start the next breakout for Colorado. He gains Wrangler blue, looks to move right down the middle. Troutwine gets a stick. As moving in was a late trailer and man looking for his second of the game, but the Wranglers are able to jar it away from his stick and move into the attacking end. Morley Phillips doing a little dirty dangling in front of the Colorado bench, although the Colorado Grit are able to force the Wranglers back out to the neutral zone. On a steal, Ben Ivey gets it back on the left wing. Ben beneath the left circle takes a shot, and Eriksson makes the save. Another sneaky shot from Ben Ivey, not the first time we've seen that tonight. Is stopped by Eriksson with 9:15 to go in the third.
Folks, thank you for joining us for Family Weekend here at the Colorado Grit, where we welcome the families.
Looks like that line for the Wranglers is going to go off for a change. 9:15 to go in the third period. Wranglers lead by 3. It's 4-1 from Greeley, Colorado. We'll be back on the other side of the break on the Wranglers Hockey Network, on NATV and YouTube.
Family Weekend. One of our families, one of our Philip families. What's that, Tristan? Your mom has a birthday. Happy birthday to Danny Bridger, one of our billet hosts, and she hates being embarrassed. So folks, let's make some noise for Danny's birthday! All right, folks, for the next minute or so, we've got the owner of the Colorado Spartans who's going to keep an eye out for the loudest fan to win 4 tickets to an upcoming Spartans game. Tony is in
Welcome back to Greeley. Wranglers looking to close this one out. Fans getting loud in Greeley. Wranglers lead it by 3. It's 4-1. Draw on the near circle of the Colorado zone. Ben Ivy on hat-trick watch will take it against Landon West. As off the draw, Ben Ivy gets tripped up. Colorado steals the puck away. They stay 5-on-5. He's into the zone. His man on the right wing feeds it towards the middle. And where's the puck? McDonough has it. McDonough somehow was able to gather that puck as the Grit look to go coast to coast for the goal. It remains a 4-1 game with 9:05 to go in the third period. Draw in the near circle of the Wranglers zone. Ben Ivy to take it against Landon West. Wranglers win the draw. McDonald with the puck. Potential 2-on-2 here if he hurries. McDonald darts towards his right. Keeps the puck on his stick, although he's directed away by Gurman. Not much more for the Wranglers out of that offensive attempt, as Mann will move through the neutral zone towards his right, connects with Miller. He'll feather it towards the far side corner. Now play moves behind McDonough as the Grit look to get to work down by 3. As McDonald finds Miller. He'll drop it off for DeMarco, longtime Wrangler defenseman. Moves it back out towards the near side for Jack Ivy. He'll pump it forward off the stick of Jacob Miller. And Colorado will possess. Is on the right wing. Freifogel takes a shot towards the goal. It screeches wide of McDonough and stays into the possession of the Grit. As on the right side, all alone is Junker. Picks his spot, looks to find a man in the middle, and it is directed out of play. But Junker had all the time in the world. He could have shot that puck. Instead, saw a man streaking towards the goal. That was George Poirier. And the pass did connect, but the tip went wide and out into protective netting. Looks like Poirier did make some contact with McDonough on that last sequence. McDonough appears to be okay. In one of those plays where you got a skater moving towards the goal, goalie trying to make a save. Tough break for both sides. This draw is right in front of the Wranglers bench in the neutral zone. Poirier against Miller. Poirier wins the draw. As Junker has it on the right wing, he'll enter. But slammed up against the boards by Troutwine. Gagnon will blast it out towards the far side for Day. Trace Day streaking down the right wing. Pulls up, delays for Troutwine. A shot. Pad save by Erickson. Play goes towards the near corner. Back out to center on the Colorado exit attempt. Day gloves it down, looks to re-enter. Colorado will knock the puck off his stick. Contested puck in the neutral zone. Abrant goes after it. Colorado will get it as Freifogel will shove it back into Wrangler territory with 7.5 minutes to go in the third. Troutwine slams it into the Colorado zone. On the far half wall, Wranglers will plug it deeper. Gutteridge with it. Bounces to the outside. Flips it towards the center ice logo where it's flagged down by the glove of Kruklidis. Thompson has it now. Goes across looking for West. Gutteridge is there as well. Colorado to the left side. Shot! McDonough moving from left to right is able to make the save. Keep Colorado with just one goal on the board. It's 6:55 to go in the third. Wranglers lead 4-1. Drawn to the right of McDonough. Zap to take it. Colorado wins it. Spinning off the draw. Miller below the left circle for West. His centering feed is picked away by Zap, although we get a whistle with 6:47 to go in the third. And we're going to get a penalty here, it seems. And it looks like Landon West is headed to the box. Wranglers with a late power play in the third, looking to seal the deal and put 2 points in their back pocket in the first game of the 3-game set. Ben Ivy is looking for his third goal of the game. Will lead the Wranglers' top power play unit consisting of Ben, Jack Ivy, Nolan Gagnon, Roman Zapp, and Jack McDonald. Watch out for Jack Ivy on this power play. His 13 power play goals lead the Wranglers. and also 4th best in the entire league. If he scores, watch out for Gagnon, as he has team-leading amount of power play assists this season. He has 14 on the year. Colorado gets an early clear. Gagnon's tripped up. Colorado gets the steal and no call. And the Wranglers get the puck back. Ben Ivey with the steal. As McDonald will find Jack Ivey over the Colorado blue line. To the left side, zap, toe drag. Puck rolled off of his stick, and now Burke has it the other way. All alone, in motion. Will walk over the Wrangler blue line and just dump it in, seeing that nobody else had joined him up ice. 1:20 remaining on the Wrangler power play. A little over 6 minutes to go in the third. Wranglers with a 3-goal lead as Jack Ivey enters. Nice move to beat a defender. Left side shot, it's blocked by Colorado, and the Grit will get the clear, as it was Junker who blocked Jack Ivey's latest chance. Colorado fans voicing their distaste for the officiating crew here tonight, as McDonald enters. Right wing shot goes over the goal, but late whistle is blown for a Wrangler offside. 5:43 remains in the third period. 56 seconds to go on the Amarillo man advantage. And looks like they're actually going to move this draw all the way back into the Wranglers zone. So while the Grit faithful are not very happy with what's transpired over the last couple of minutes, you catch a break there. Offensive zone draw for Colorado. And no, looks like it's because Jack McDonald goes to the box. That's why. As so 4-on-4 for the next 56 seconds. 5:43 to go in the third. So it was too many men against the Wranglers. And so that's why it took a little while, moved the face-off 4-on-4. McDonald is serving the sentence. His puck back into the Colorado zone. Pukkanen make that Morris on the forecheck, looks to strip Thompson of the puck. A good attempt, but unsuccessful. As Grolnick bursts into the attacking end, pulls up on the right circle. Pass across is intercepted by Zapp. And now here comes Roman Zapp moving the other way. Zapp on the right wing, delays, Troutman in the middle, and his shot is off the stick of Grolnick and out of play. Somehow the Grit were able to get back and get a stick in front of Troutwine. Otherwise, that's a really good look for number 3 in white. Troutwine, all I can do is just look up into the rafters, shake his head. I just see him give a thumbs up to Zapp for the feed that gave him that chance. And Zapp will join Troutman on the bench. Wranglers get a change. Ivy twins out there with McRoberts and Gagnon. Draw is won by Colorado to the right of Erickson. Rue flies through the neutral zone. Gets shut down by McRoberts. Bouncing puck is scooped up by Carter. To the left side for a shot. One-timer by Burke. McDonough with the stop. And now the Wranglers get a steal. Jack Ivey chugs up into the neutral zone. Grit are now on a power play for the next minute. 4:38 to go in the third period. Colorado, if they want a chance at a comeback, have to work quickly. Rue off the corner wall and almost like we saw in Shreveport back into the blue paint, but it goes behind the net. Waiting there is Miller. Wrap around the chance. Shut down by McDonough. Miller, top of the right circle, fakes a shot to his left. Stepping in, down low. Grit can't shove it home as McDonough kicked the puck away. Held in at the line by Burke. His shot whistles wide. Rue has it, right corner. Behind the net, it's Miller. Returns it to Rue on the near circle. Back to Miller. Centering feed is intercepted by Gagnon. His clearing attempt is held in by Burke. On the right wing, he shoots. Blocker saved by McDonough. To the left wing, it goes to Gurman. He'll cycle below the goal line, and he'll pop out on the near side. Flip it up to Burke. Back to the right side for Gurman. Towards the slot, his shot goes wide of the goal. Off the end wall and onto the tape of Miller. We're back to 5-on-5. Right circle, Rue with it. Shot there. Goes off the mask of McDonough and out of play. 3:37 to go in the third period. Looks like McDonough, after stopping that shot with his head, a little shaken up after the play, but he's going to be all right. As so far here tonight, he has stopped 29 of 30 shots. He's been phenomenal for the Wranglers as they look to pick up win number 27 on the season and pull within 1 point of clinching a playoff berth. Draw in the near circle. Morris wins the draw against Carter. McDonough comes out of the net to play the puck, and he'll shovel it along the near side wall. TJ Ritchie is there. Now to Semeniuk. Wranglers spring up ice. Colorado shuts down the initial attempt at the scorer's table. Wranglers regroup and reload as Semeniuk rainbows it into the Colorado zone. That's an icing on the Wranglers with 3:17 remaining in the third. And so in a game where the Wranglers at one point had a really healthy lead in the shot count, now that margin is just trimmed down to 1. Wranglers lead the shot count 31-30. Colorado has taken 13 shots in the third period. Amarillo just 5, but the Wranglers remain in control of the game with a 3-goal lead under 4 minutes to go in the third. Draw in the far circle. Wranglers come away with it at the end wall. TJ Ritchie looking to jam it away from Colorado's grasp as Freifogel, twisting and turning, gets it onto his tape for Colorado. Off the near wall to Gudridge. Colorado net is empty, 6-on-5. As the Grit, Grolnick on the far side, centering pass intercepted by Ritchie. He'll backhand out to the neutral zone. It'll be picked up by Gudridge in open space. Burke to the left wing for Freifogel. Returns it to Burke's center point. He'll shoot. It's blocked by Godowski. Morris will pick up the loose puck, go backhand it towards the empty goal. Goes off a stick, no icing. Morley Phillips gets there first. Phillips, no, the goal line, looks to center it, and it goes off a stick of Gudridge and in. Morley Phillips gets the goal, and the Wranglers seal the deal. It's 5-1. Looks like Phillips unselfishly was trying to set up Godowski, but it goes off the stick of Gudridge and into the back of the net. It's a late birthday gift for Morley Phillips as he gets his 4th goal of the season. All 4 of his tallies have come against Colorado. Call him a grit killer. Morley Phillips extends the Wranglers' lead to 4. It's a 5-1 hockey game with 2:26 to go in the third. Off the ensuing draw, Wranglers get possession. Kruklitis to the right wing for Day. From the red line, he'll push it into the Colorado zone. Boomerangs back into Wrangler territory. DeMarco will gather the puck for the Wranglers. As Amarillo on the near side will twist it out to center ice. At least they tried. Junker hems the puck into the Wrangler zone. Now this time, Wranglers are able to get it back out to center and then some. As Cook is there for Colorado. Jacober at center ice on the next Colorado attempt. Drifts towards his left, peels up, turns and shoots. Fires wide in toward the near corner. Now Hadrick with her at center ice. Across to the left side for Shaw. He takes a hit from Dade right in front of the Wrangler bench. Puck remains in the Wrangler zone. As at the line, Gurman holds it in and chucks the puck into the stands with 1:26 to go in the third. Reminder that tomorrow afternoon we'll be right back here at Greeley Ice House as the Wranglers will take on the Grit for the second game of the 3-game set. You catch that game on NATV and YouTube. That game will be at 4:45 Central Time, 3:45 Mountain. We'll see you there tomorrow afternoon for the Wranglers and the Grit here in Greeley. On the near circle, it's going to be Zapp to take the draw against Sheldon Rue. And Zapp will win the draw. Wranglers will pick up the puck. Colorado looking to jam it from their grasp. And they do. Miller with it in the far corner. Wranglers try and pick it free. Velchek will tap it below the goal line. McDonough tries to play it out. Players bunch up in the near corner on the Wranglers zone.
birthday to my wife.
Wranglers content with this puck battle as it drains some time off the clock. Puck is finally wedged free. It goes all the way back down to Erickson with 45 seconds to go. Vilcek at center ice, gets decked by Kruklitis. Zap has it, looks to return it to the Latvian defenseman, but to no avail. Colorado will possess the puck as we're under 30 seconds to go in the game. Colorado, Thompson to the left wing for Miller. He'll start what seems to be one final charge up ice. Finds Cook on the right wing. Wranglers bottle them up at the blue line. Puck boomerangs back out to center ice. As Kruklitis will find Gadowski. They'll skate over center red, and time expires here in Greeley. The Wranglers are back on track, baby. They win this game 5-1. Smoke them if you got them. It's an impressive victory in enemy territory for the Wranglers as they pick up a critical 2 points in the playoff race.
Folks, we appreciate you being here this weekend for family night. See you
Wranglers
tomorrow.
post-game show starts now. It's a 5-1 victory for the Wranglers over the Grit at Greeley Ice House. Wranglers improved to 6-0-0-1 against the Grit this season. Connor McDonough stops 29 of 30 for his 23rd victory of the season. For the Wranglers as a team, this is win number 27. For Austin Sutter, it's his first win behind the bench as the Wranglers head coach. As Amarillo picks up points 61 and 62 on the season, and with a win tomorrow night, can punch their ticket to the Robertson Cup playoffs. And what was an offensive outburst by the Wranglers in the first 2 periods, sealed by an empty netter by Morley Phillips late in the 3rd period. Wranglers are victorious here on the road for the first time on the road trip. So let's recap all the scoring. As first it was Connor McNaughton scoring 9-10 into the first period on the power play from Kyle DeMarco and Nick Troutwine. As Kyle DeMarco picks up a point with his parents in attendance, Connor McNaughton gets goal number 10 on the season. And that got the scoring started for the Wranglers in what would end up being the first of 4 unanswered for Amarillo. Just 47 seconds to go in the first period. Ben Ivey was able to direct a Jack Ivey shot between the wickets of then goaltender for Colorado, Pete Sterling. The 2-0 score. Jack Ivey and Jack McDonald get the assists. And the Ivey twins both pick up a point with their parent in attendance as Mr. Ivey is here in the building. Jack McDonald continues his reign of terror over Colorado. He now has a point in every single game he's played against Colorado. He now has 6 goals and it's like 9 assists against Colorado this season. As Jack would pick up another one later on in the game. As in the second period, the Wranglers would continue to score. Ben Ivey gets his 2nd goal of the game from Jack McDonald and Kyle DeMarco to make it a 3-0 game. As Luke Morris would tack on another one for the Wranglers just a minute and 11 seconds later from Morley Phillips and Topi Pukkanen to make it 4-0. And that's where we stood after 40 minutes of play. And we enter the 3rd period. Colorado got to work quickly, looking to start the comeback. 32 seconds into the 3rd period, Lucas Mann picks up his first goal in the North American Hockey League. Miller and West the assist. It was smooth sailing from there for the Wranglers. Connor McDonough, a couple of critical saves. Wranglers penalty kill was up to the task. As the PK goes 4 for 4, power play goes 2 for 6. Wranglers cruise to victory. Morley Phillips will put home the empty netter. He was trying to find Magnus Gadowski out in front. Defending him was Gutteridge, and it was a very unselfish move by Phillips. But as fate would have it, we get a late birthday present. Goes off the stick of Gutteridge and into the back of the net. Phillips will take it, gets his 4th goal of the season, seals the deal. Wranglers win 5-1. And so the Wranglers are back in the win column, up to 62 points on the season. And with a win tomorrow night, they can become the latest team in the South Division to clinch a playoff berth in the Robertson Cup playoffs, as New Mexico has already punched their ticket with a Jackalopes loss tonight. Wranglers will look to continue their push for the playoffs tomorrow night. It was a really good offensive performance from the Wranglers, and really I think that's something that we've been waiting on for a while now. really ever since the El Paso Rhinos came to town. That was the last time the Wranglers scored 4 or more goals. And I mentioned early on in the broadcast, throughout the course of the 5-game losing streak, for over half of that, the Wranglers really were playing good hockey. I thought ever since they went to Oklahoma, really since the start of the 6-game road trip, the Wranglers were putting together some really good performances. They were forechecking really well. They just weren't able to find a way to get things to go their way. Bad breaks ended up hurting them as the special teams kind of faltered in the first 3 games of the road trip. Wranglers dropped 3 there, but I think this kind of puts the Wranglers in the right direction. Really a culmination of everything that the Wranglers did good in the first couple games of the road trip. Kind of all came together here in Greeley. Wranglers pick up the victory, and they now are 1 win away from a playoff berth here this season. And so I think that'll do it for us here in Greeley. Wranglers win 5-1. Ben Ivy gets 2. McNaughton, Morris, and Phillips each get 1. It's a multi-point game for Jack McDonald as well. He gets 2 assists, and he continues to dominate the Grit in the season series. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon, 4:45 Central Time. We'll be right here on NATV and YouTube to have it for you. And Wranglers look to make it 2 in a row here in Greeley. As now just 7 games remain on the season. 5 of them are against Colorado. Wranglers' next homestand is against the El Paso Rhinos next weekend. We've got Chiarenza saying good night and so long from Greeley, Colorado. Once again, your final score, the Wranglers 5 and the Grit 1. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon here in